That Parade of Champions brought to you tonight by Care First, Merit Properties, Shop Soccer, Rosedale Roofing, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Advanced Radiology. Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Royal Farms Arena for today's MASL matchup between the visiting St. Louis Ambush and your Baltimore Blast. At this time, let's meet the visiting St. Louis Ambush. Starting in goal this afternoon, number 1, Casey Clark. Starting in midfield, number 2, Cody Kostakis. Midfielder, number 4, Corey Adamson. Defender, number 5, Corey Dowell. Midfielder, number 10, Lucas Almeida. Starting on defense, number 11, Richard Shermerman. Forward, number 12, Cody Rettlinger. Starting in midfield, number 13, Kentaro Takada. Starting in midfield, number 14, Nick Polaric. Midfielder, number 15, Victor Frantz. Midfielder, number 17, Ian Garrett. Forward, number 18, Carlos Contreras. Defender, number 24, Mitchell Garcia. Starting it forward, number 26, Daniel Burkle. Goalkeeper, number 31, Nikola Mariyevich. And the head coach of the visiting St. Louis Ambush, Tony Glevin.
Another save! Chance now! Towards the goal line, Williams!
There it is.
He scores! Baltimore wins the game! Williams makes the play!
3-0 Missouri.
Oh! No! It's in there! It's over! Oh, the big save! It's in the net. Watch, it's in there. Look at this. Levy with a shot. Scores!
7-4 is the final.
Botayú busca el disparo. Bien la tapada por parte de Barcelona. Bien disparo una vez más. Mosquet francés. Rocky con la pelota. Obasi, el gol. Gol de Baltimore. Arranca la muerte súbita. El tiempo de muerte súbita son 10 minutos. Pero realmente se va a jugar hasta que alguien anote gol. Pase lo que pase. Viene Hendrick con la pelota. Recordemos que ha sido la corrección. Sonora está jugando por un jugador menos porque el tiempo extra del juego se mantiene como si fuera este partido, por eso que la suspensión sigue siendo igual para el equipo de Baltimore. ¡Dispara el gol! ¡Gol! Y el Baltimore Blast es campeón de la Major Arena Soccer League.
Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? I say, here comes the boom, ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Boom, here comes the boom, ready or not. How you like me now?
Baltimore! Are you ready for Baltimore Blast Soccer? It's time to meet your 2017 Baltimore Blast. Starting in goal this afternoon, number 0, William Petzella. Forward, number 4, Andrew Huxley. Defender, number 6, Josh Hughes. Forward, number 8, Lucas Roque. Starting on defense, number 9, Pat Healy. Starting in midfield, your Blast captain, number 11, Tony Donatelli. Defender, number 12, Adriano Dos Santos. Defender, number 13, Jeremy Fraley. Defender, number 17, Jamie Thomas. Starting it forward, number 22, Juwan Pereira. Midfielder, number 23, Jonathan Mello. Forward, number 24, Sofian Pergur. Starting on defense, number 26, Elton De Oliveira. Starting it forward, number 28, Vinny Dantas. Midfielder, number 80, Gaetan Caltabiano. And now your Blast coaches, the assistant coach of your Baltimore Blast, David Batsko. And the head coach of your Baltimore Blast, Danny Kelly. There they are, Blast fans, your 2017 Baltimore Blast. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask you to please rise. This past week, we lost an indoor soccer pioneer, Earl Foreman. Earl was the original commissioner of the Major Indoor Soccer League. Earl and Ed Tepper are the founders of this great game of indoor soccer. In 2005, the Baltimore Blast recognized Earl and his achievements by inducting him into the Baltimore Blast Hall of Fame. Earl was also the former owner of the Baltimore Bullets. At this time, we ask you to please observe a moment of silence for Earl Foreman. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this time, presenting tonight's colors, please welcome the Knights of Columbus. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please remain standing as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem performed this afternoon by the Woodbridge Elementary School. The Woodbridge Elementary School Singers. Nice job.
Gary Stein, Paul Mittermeier, and Andrew Primrose, your Blast broadcasters here on MASL TV. Welcome in. Late afternoon matinee on a Sunday. Blast and the St. Louis Ambush. Blast are 8-5, looking for win number 9. St. Louis 1-13, eliminated from playoff contention in the Central. And we'll see how the Blast approach this one this afternoon. Only time these two teams play each other this year, Paul.
Yeah, and Gary, we talked about how close the Eastern Division is right now in the MASL, but the bottom line for the Blast is they have the next 4 at home. If they win those 4, they pretty much lock up the division. So they've got something definitely to play for over these next 4 games. You see the starters for the Ambush on defense. Foreman has also done a nice job for them offensively as well. And then you see the starters for the Blast. Of course, William Vanzella in goal. Healy and Oliveira on the back line. Donatelli up front. Tony, 30 points for the Blast so far this year. You know, how did the Blast come back from those 2 losses on the road? We'll see. Again, they always talk about pace and tempo. The thing of it, though, Gary, is we talk about pace and tempo. You know, when you look at that Cedar Rapids game, the Blast controlled the tempo. Just never really attacked the offensive end very much. And they spent the whole game passing the ball around, and Cedar Rapids just sat back, waited to counter, and they scored some goals. So the Blast worked hard. They didn't get any opportunities. And I think they got to do a better job of attacking in the offensive end as well. 5-3
was the final in that one. What were your thoughts on the Milwaukee loss, 7-2?
I mean, you know, it's a tough place to play, no question about it. And, you know, back-to-back is never easy. But, you know, in the playoffs, if you're getting ready for the playoffs, you got to do a better job getting ready to play that second game.
I think the idea behind that is you don't mind losing that game on the back-to-back of a road trip against a quality opponent like that. It was the way they lost it that I think has to be concerning for the Blast, because they were basically run out of the arena there.
Blast have not beaten Milwaukee this year. They get a chance at them next week coming up. Our next broadcast actually will be February 4th against Milwaukee. Paul, you talked about the 4 home games after tonight. 1 against Milwaukee, 2 against Syracuse. Those will be key games for the division, and it all ends up against Harrisburg on March 5th right here at the Royal Farms Arena. Tonight's officials are Brian Miller, Bob Faraday, Dustin Killick, and Paul Airy.
A couple of changes in the Blast lineup. Daniel Peruzzi's down for this game. Nelson Santana down for this game. Gaetan Galtabiano in the lineup. Talked to Danny about Peruzzi. He said, look, nothing about the way he's played, just the inexperience, and really at this point wants to get him some more experience before he gets him back into that lineup.
Starting goalkeepers tonight, you saw Vanzella for the Blast, leads the league with a 352 goals against. He's 8-5 on the year. He's got a 692 save percentage for William, and for St. Louis, it'll be Casey Clark, their rookie goalkeeper. He's appeared in 11 games for the Ambush. He's 1-10 with a 712 goals against and a 679 save percentage.
That's not a bad points against.
No, it's really
to have that record,
And in that division that they play in, that is a tough division. Blast will be in the home white tonight with St. Louis in the road black. And we're just about ready to get this one underway here from First Mariner. 4-0 the Blast are against St. Louis. They beat them 6-1 and 9-4 back in the 13-14 season. Didn't play them the next season. Last year they beat them 14-2 and 12-6. And right off the bat, William Vanzella with the play. The numbers for William quite haven't been there like they have been in the past. There's a turnover, and the Blast trying to take advantage right away. Donatelli, who's sitting on 299 career points, is blocked out in front.
Well, right away they go deep and challenge in the offensive end. They get a turnover and almost convert that into a goal.
Up ahead, intended for Richard Schmerman, who's one of their better players, and it's broken up by the Blast. Working hard on the Blast end is Nick Kolarek, but the Blast will control. Blast with 5 losses this year, haven't had this many since the 11-12 season, and that was a good year. They played 26 games that year, and the Blast went 21-5. Here's a turnover now for St. Louis. It's 3-on-3 in the midfield.
Well, Vanzella made a rare error there as he had Healy going down the field. He just mishit it and gives St. Louis a chance.
Carlos Contreras with a shot, and here now taking one off the arm is Victor France.
Victor France with the handball there to be a free kick for the Blast.
It's a real nice redirect with his hand. Set himself up nicely, just didn't get the call.
If it only were allowed. Just underway here in the first. Blast, boy, they were on the road a lot, guys. Only 2 home games, basically, in almost 2 months. They had a 4-game road trip and a 2-game road trip.
And it takes its toll. I mean, it's got to be happy to be back here at home. They play so well here.
4 out of 6 will be at home for the remainder of the year. Blast in their last 57 home games since the 11-12 season are 53-4. That's a 93% winning percentage here at home. John Mello on the field for the Blast. Adriano DeSantos, who had a couple of goals last year for the Blast against St. Louis. Lucas Roque in the lineup. He had a 4-goal game last year. Roque up ahead with his defender. It's Corey Dowell. And Lucas will send it back towards midfield. Play a little slow here early on. Here's Donatelli now surveying the situation. He had Hoxie up ahead. Elected to go to the other side.
That's a handball.
And off the hand of Juan Pereira. The Blast had a chance. St. Louis was late changing, but Donatelli couldn't settle, and that allowed St. Louis to recover.
Blast Soccer brought to you by Advanced Radiology, proud to be the official medical imaging provider of the Blast. When you need fast, accurate results, trust the team of experts at Advanced Radiology. Visit advancedradiology.com for a location near you. And Casey Clark comes up with a big save, and that is a big fall into the net by Jamie Thomas.
Well,
he hurt his forearm there.
Dowell for St. Louis did a great job defensively on the back post and was able to get there and make it tough on Thomas, or that's an easy tap-in for the Blast.
Benzella comes up with the play. Henderson Webb is the official apartment provider of the Blast. Need an apartment? Henderson Webb offers studio, 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments in and around Baltimore. To take a tour of our brand new open floor plans, call us at 410-628-1002 or visit us on the web at aptrent.com. That's aptrent.com.
So behind the Blast goal, the goal that they were going towards, there's a metal railing that's covered by a sponsor sign there. And Jamie Thomas went into the metal pole there with his forearm on the bench now with the trainer. He is moving and flexing it, but definitely in a lot of pain.
St. Louis on the attack. Dan Burko, a native of Ghana, inside the Blast zone. He comes off. Now onto the floor is Mitchell Garcia, a rookie for Tony Glavin, assisted by Jamie Swanner. Great goalkeeper for the old St. Louis Ambush back in the NPSL days, and the Buffalo Blizzard for that matter.
One thing that is interesting looking at that St. Louis bench, they do have both goaltenders dressed. Very few teams in the league dress both goaltenders for a road game, so interesting they have both goaltenders in jersey tonight.
Nicky Marohevich is the other goalkeeper. He's 0-3 on the year.
Ironically, with a lower goals against average than tonight's starting.
That is accurate. Lucas Almeida with a pass up ahead, now inside the yellow line of the Blast. Play's been pretty even. Blast had a good chance near the goal. St. Louis doing a good job of possessing. Last time the Blast were home, they beat the Harrisburg Heat in a big game, 5-2 the final.
Tough weekend for Harrisburg.
Yeah.
2 overtime losses.
By 1 goal, yeah, absolutely. At home to Syracuse on Friday night and Chicago last night.
Of course, the Heat earlier this week announcing the signing of Chili Farias.
That'll help offensively. Chili and Denison Cabral were teammates back in the early 2000s for the Blast. Denison, of course, the coach of Harrisburg now. Pat Healy on the floor for the Blast. Up ahead for Hoxie. Picked up by Mitchell Garcia. Blast now patient. Blast with a plus 22 goal differential this year. That's one of the best in the league. St. Louis is minus 41. But even that, at minus 41 through 14 games, 13 of them losses, again, doesn't belie the record.
Do the math, and
yeah.
you're minus 12 win losses, and you're only minus 41 goals against. You know that they've been in games.
Good defensive play as the defense cuts in. That was Garcia in front of Hoxie. It's a turnover, and St. Louis will control.
The other thing we're not talking about, and you mentioned it earlier in the intro, but that's against probably the best division in the MASL. The other 3 teams in there are as good as you're going to get in this league.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They are all battling hard in that division. 3 teams well over 500.
Of course, we're talking about Kansas City, Cedar Rapids, and Milwaukee right now in that order in the Central. And really only 1.5 games separates those 3 teams. One of those teams will not make the playoffs. And the Blast have lost to all 3 of them. In fact, the combined record against those 3 teams is 0-4.
Usually that means a guaranteed win in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, well, Kansas City / Missouri has done that to Baltimore for years. They have some regular season championship banners they like to hang up, but
that's a good point. Although they did beat the Blast one year and won the championship, but yeah, you're right. And there's a mistake, illegal procedure against the Blast as Hoxie was trying to clear it cross field.
You know, Hoxie makes the mistake, but the Blast they win the ball, they just stand around. Nobody really ran and made a run down the floor to create space, and it left Hoxie in a real bad spot. And I guess the only thing that could have been possible that why it wasn't called is if the ball was deflected as Dos Santos played it back. I didn't see whether or not the St. Louis player actually got a piece of that or not.
Blast Soccer brought to you by Centric Business Systems, the Mid-Atlantic's leader in document management technology, online at centricbiz.com. Here's Dantas. That one blocked by Almeida. Jeremy Raley cleans it up for the Blast. Or I should say, Raley for the Blast cleans it up. Not in uniform tonight for the Blast. Nelson Santana is down, and Dan Peruzzi, we talked about him in the open, not available for the Blast tonight. Donatelli takes one in a bad place.
Yeah, that is not pleasant at all.
Yeah, that'll leave a mark. We'll wait.
Vinny Dantas wants to help him up, and right now Tony's having none of that. He's got to give him a minute or two.
Or longer.
Got to finish the dry heaving.
Press Box is Maryland's leading sports media company for all your local sports news any way you want it. Check them out on PressBoxOnline.com. And Lito's Pizza is square because Lito's Pizza never cuts corners. When the Blast win tonight, Lito Pizza will give you a free topping tomorrow. Just bring in your game ticket to any Lito's Pizza in the Baltimore area. And the Blast Fan Club will be hosting the annual awards banquet on February 28th of 2017. Tickets are on sale at the fan club tables right here at the arena behind sections 210 and 209. So Donatelli making his way off, not yet, but almost.
He's getting there. He's getting there. Here's that
It's going to take a little bit.
Saw the replay of the Schmerman goal. And then, again, you see Thomas gets pushed into the keeper. And that's why they said play on. And
keeper actually came up and almost made that play.
He actually recovered.
Fans clapping because Donatelli very slowly and very gingerly continues to make his way. You'll see him coming up on your screen in a moment, lower left. There he comes with the trainer. Well, saw him there.
For a split second.
And then you didn't. There he is at the yellow line now, left side of the screen, along with Dantas. It'll be interesting to see, okay? I'm going to note it. He comes off at the 3:19 mark. Just how long does it take to get back in the game from here? 3:19 mark. There we go. It'll be St. Louis ball Clark as they'll play it out from the back. Dantas and Pereira will pressure the keeper into a mistake. It's 2-on-2. Here's Pereira, kick save, Dantas rebound, score!
It's the Vinny Dantas show right now. Off of the rebound, off the save, he puts it into the back of the net. Blast had their first lead of the game.
Time of the goal is 11:54 of the first. And for Dantas, it's a 2-goal game. It's his first multiple goal game since the 10th of December.
Took his time, settled, and then went short side. Just too much room, and nothing that Casey Clark could do.
Nice for Pereira to get the assist there as his defensive pressure set up the turnover in midfield and then get the ball back down to him. Set up, he took the shot, got the deflection, and then Vinny gets the goal.
Vinny's 14th goal in his 14th game this year. It's his 50th career goal. And for Pereira, who continues a great season for the Blast, 4th assist, he's got 8 points in 12 games. Time of the goal, 11:54. Blast lead at 2-1.
Vinny's 50th career goal?
That is. Averaging better than a goal a game in his 41st game. The ambush now on the back end of a 2-1 score. Garcia tries to backheel it up ahead. No one there. And what happened there?
I don't know what Jonathan was doing.
He was trying to kick it off the glass, and it just bounced on him, and he was kind of...
He missed by about 20 feet. It wasn't like it just kind of went over. It He was squirrel hunting there. And again, it's a top of the arc opportunity for St. Louis.
Here comes the Schmerminator,
Let's see
number 11.
Let's see if they can construct the wall properly this time.
Melo's still on the outside.
Yeah, he is. Looks like the Schmerminator could be off the ball here. We'll see how they do it.
Well, that's where he was last time.
Oh, he was. He came around.
Came from the side.
Almeida. There's the Schmerminator. They dump it in. Vanzella covers up on the near post and makes the play.
It's a really well-designed restart opportunity there.
Good run there by Roque, too, but the keeper, Clark, came way out. And now Mello will control for the Blast in the midfield. He's got Takata on him. Blast now will change. DeSantos will run the show. Looking inside for Roque, cut off by Almeida. DeSantos tries to make it up. Here's Rayleigh now. Good ball.
In the crowd.
And it was in the crowd, right at the glass.
How about the Blast fans here, as good as they are? You have 3 fans reach out and try and put their hands right on the boards to hold the ball in, so it would look like it stayed off the boards. It's good fans. They know what they're doing there.
That's a wily bunch, no doubt. Well, they've had how many years now consecutive? 37, 38 indoor soccer here? That's experience.
Almost got away with it.
That's a veteran move by the fans. St. Louis buzzing around. Blast doing a nice job of beating it. Yellow line inside now. Good run by Rayleigh.
It's a lot of speed from him. Haven't really seen him.
And that is the end of the first quarter. So
Not
the Blast.
Quite.
No.
Not quite.
Oh.
There was a premature horn there.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
We blew the horn at 1 minute.
It's fun to let everybody know there's 1 minute left.
Yeah, are you laughing at me or them?
No, just the situation.
Okay.
Scoreboard operator down here holding his hands up, claiming
Proclaiming his innocence. It just
innocence,
happened. Yeah. It's that new 1 minute horn they installed.
That's the 1 minute warning.
The look on Jeremy Rayleigh's face was priceless. He broke off his run and then thought he had missed the
Opportunity.
time there. Yeah, he was pretty upset himself.
Vanzella up ahead. Good ball. One touch for Pereira.
Oh.
How close was that?
Off the keeper, off the post, in the box.
Good run by DeSantos on the way back. And now Williams got some room. There's still plenty of time here. 20 seconds. Oh, he leaves it for Pereira. Pereira. Oh, twice Pereira inches away.
How did that not go in?
He had the entire net, and he somehow hit that corner post.
Blast still have a chance. 8 seconds. Donatelli cuts it. Your side for Pereira. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Pereira towards the goal, and that will be the end of the first quarter. A lot of action in the last 25 seconds here at the Royal Farms Arena. Blast getting 2 goals from Vinny Tantas late in the period to lead 2-1 after 1. We'll take a timeout and come back for our second quarter after this.
Don Burke here at Antwerp & Toyota's all-new pre-owned showroom. Look at the beautiful cars we have for you. Jack, can we take a low price on this Mercedes? Yes. Jack, can we get easy financing on this Range Rover? Yes. Jack, if you've had a recent repossession, can you buy this Mercedes? Yes. Jack, can you buy this Tundra with no money down? Yes. Jack, with deals and financing like this, these cars won't last long. Lucky we have hundreds more just like it.
Don, I'll say yes for every deal. Yes.
The steak and cheese footlong from Subway is now $6 for a limited time. It's a meat masterpiece, made with a mountain of steak free of artificial preservatives and flavors and a heavenly blanket of cheese. Now, just $6. The steak and cheese footlong from
Farms Arena, Blast leading the St. Louis Ambush 2-1. St. Louis got a restart goal from Schmerman at the 7-11 mark, but Dantas scored twice, 8:02 and 11:54. Blast outshot St. Louis 7-3 in the first.
Great chance at the end of the quarter. It all started, Gary, when you go back, it all started with William Vanzella's heads-up play of making the save and recognizing that St. Louis was out of sorts. Just dropped the ball quickly and got the ball quickly into the offensive end, and then a great pass by Donatelli to set up Pereira, and he hit the post.
7 shots for the Blast, and 4 of them came in the last 30-second stanza.
That is true. St. Louis now will take over after the Blast kickoff. Schmerman in midfield over to Almeida. Up ahead in the corner, nice head ball intended for Garcia, or correction, for Kolarek, picked off by the Blast.
Healy got a piece of that.
Yeah, brilliant play by Healy to redirect that header. Just a little move, but probably saved a goal.
Dantas collecting from Vanzella. And now Elton on the floor for the Blast. Up ahead for Turgu. Turgu making his 13th appearance for the Blast this year.
Good hustle by St. Louis.
Yep, they come
Blast
away with it.
Couldn't regain possession.
That was Blentlinger on the
look at that turn.
Run, but here comes Vinny. Great save by Casey Clark.
He had Donatelli 2-on-1. Clark came out, made the right play, cut the angle down, and made the save.
And Clark saved that with his chest. He was actually outside his box, so good job not using the hands. Making the play with his chest and making himself big.
Dantas and taking over on the near side. We'll send it back to Rayleigh. Jeremy's played well today. He's got 3 goals this year in 13 games. Roque working hard, spilled from behind, no call. Now bumped into the boards, he's still in control. We'll try to slide it off the boards, and Clark cuts it off. Blast fans, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield is committed to the health of our community, and especially the health of our children. That's why Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield is proud to sponsor Saves for Kids with the Baltimore Blast.
Goal.
That is a goal.
Well, somehow, some way, Clark mishit the ball, and the Blast smartly played it back, and then just kind of kicked it towards goal. I think it was Healy, the first one, that kind of got it towards the goal off the glass, and then off of a deflection. Was it Hughes? Yeah. Josh Hughes gets the goal. Good fight, and he gets it into the back of the net.
Clark just couldn't get back there to clean up his mistake. He had too many of his own guys there trying to fight for the header, and Clark couldn't get his body back in there. Real nice job by Hughes to win that header, fight for a position in between 2 defenders.
And Roque gets the assist. For Hughes, that's his first career goal. And for Lucas, that's his 4th assist, his 6th point. And it's 3-1. Blast have now scored 3 consecutive goals.
Talked earlier about a couple of regulars being down today for the Blast. Hughes, one of the guys that's up today and making the most of his opportunity.
Yep, sometimes when you come off a trip like the Blast had, you got to reevaluate a little bit, maybe send a little message. Nice work inside the box. Blast, Hoxie trying to keep it alive off the boards, and now he comes back for some defense, and the Blast take it away. DeSantos up ahead. Hoxie, back post, and he scores.
That's just good work. That's good hustle. Hoxie never quit. He lost possession of the ball, but he fought his way back and helped win the ball back, and that got him into the offensive end, and then a nice finish by Andrew.
Time of the goal, 3:15 of the second. For Andrew Hoxie, goal number 9 in game number 13, point number 13.
And that's the end of the play, but really you got to tell the whole story. You got to go back further. And after Hoxie loses possession, he fights for it and gets it back.
St. Louis is going to call a timeout here.
Last goal scored by number 4, Andrew Hoxie. Assist to number 12, Adriano Dos Santos.
And the assist goes to Dos Santos. For him, that's assist number 5, point number 7.
There you see Hoxie coming back from the outside, from the St. Louis end, and a great ball by Dos Santos. Kind of looked like Adriano caught an elbow.
So, Paul, you're exactly right. And Adriano, the whole goal celebration, he's over here screaming at the officials, looking for a card there as he took an elbow. He's still holding his ribs there as there was an elbow and a shove in that corner, and he was not happy about it.
Blast have scored 4 straight goals over the last 10 minutes and 13 seconds from first quarter to second quarter. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield is committed to the health of our community and especially the health of our children. That's why Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield is proud to sponsor the Saves for Kids program with the Baltimore Blast. For every save made by a Blast goalkeeper this season, Care First will donate $20 to Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Chesapeake. The goal is to reach $20,000 by the end of the season. Thank you to Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield for the Saves for Kids program. Blast Soccer also brought to you by D&N Signs, the official sign provider of the Blast. For all your signs, vehicle wraps, wall graphics, and imaging solutions, go to dnnsigns.com to see how we may serve your signage needs. Chesapeake Employers Insurance helps keep workplaces safe because at the end of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return. Connect with your local agent or visit us online. Need a new phone system for your business? Netacom provides high-quality business phones for free with every phone line system and high-speed internet plan. Check us out online at netacom.com. And the Blast again on the attack.
Well, they stole the kickoff.
St. Louis tried to get a little cute with that kickoff and came back to bite him.
Blast said, no cute for you. Here's Vanzella now for the Blast. That pass intended for Dantas is picked off and sent all the way back in, so Elton will retreat.
Mistake there by Vanzelli. Gave it away, but poor touch.
By Contreras.
And back into the Blast hands again.
Just like that, it's like it never happened. I watch a lot of these, obviously we watch a lot of these games, and you always wonder why teams let the Blast control in their defensive end so much without the pressure. You see teams that are successful against the Blast don't let them hold the ball. And the Blast are so comfortable when they are able to get this, and William can just sit here and pick apart a team, and you just let them do that. I'll never understand why teams aren't adjusting to what the Blast do. It's not a secret what the Blast do. They've been doing it for 10 years consistently in this league, and nobody's adjusting to them.
Well, the better teams probably have more confidence in what they have going on in the back. In other words, if you pressure and the Blast are able to break it, you have to defend in your own end.
Well, 53-4 at home. I think I'd try something different.
I agree with that. Here's Pereira now for the Blast. Back to William, less than 10 minutes to play here in the first half. I want to tell you that at the half tonight, you want to stay tuned for a special interview. Blast owner Ed Hale will join us here in the booth. An indoor soccer pioneer, literally a pioneer.
Oh.
That one off the top of the post by Pereira. Ball is still in play. Clark is upended, and that'll be an interference call on the Blast.
Well, if Juwan is trying to hit the most posts today, I think he's going to win.
He's got 3, and he's 3 ahead of everybody else.
3-0.
Just to continue that, Earl Foreman, the first commissioner ever of the original MISL back in the late 70s, early 80s, passed away this week at the age of 92 at his home in suburban Maryland. And Ed Hale was a big friend of Earl Foreman. Earl Foreman has actually been inducted into the Blast Hall of Fame, and his banner hangs here at the Royal Farms Arena. Anyway, we'll talk to Ed about that, about Earl Foreman's life and career at the half tonight. Definitely don't want to miss it.
Especially keep in mind the last time you did an interview with Ed Hale.
Well, the final result of that interview was pretty good, actually.
You were the first to open the door for the chance for reconciliation. It
Right.
ended up working out to the benefit of everybody.
Between the Comets and the Blast. I think things are working out pretty good. I was talking to a couple people here, Steve Cook, one of them, before the game, and the league is just so much better this year. The changes that they made in the offseason have resulted in a much crisper play on and off the field. That one just wide by Donatelli, back post.
Blistering shot with a screen and went just wide.
And trying to fight through that along the far boards. So this is Donatelli's first shift, by the way, since he went out with 3:19 left in the first. So it took him basically about 10 game minutes, less than 10 game minutes to come back. Off the boards, this is a chance now for Thomas. That one denied. DeSantos can't control it. Blasto working hard, he gets it back.
Adriano stepped on the ball, but St. Louis couldn't take advantage.
Up ahead for Hoxie, who's got a goal. Nice movement inside the yellow line of the Blast on a Telly double team. Somehow squirts it out towards Hoxie.
Blast doing a much better job today of moving the ball against the double team. It's always a key once the double team comes to get the ball to your teammate, because bottom line is somebody's open.
Off the bench here is Mello with some speed. Wrestle to the ground. The foul called on the Blast.
Trippy call on Hughes. That could have been 2 minutes.
I think because he got ball there, they let it. He definitely got leg and it was there, but I think because he touched the ball as well, he gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Hughes seeing some extended action this afternoon, and it's paid off in a goal. Blast now pressuring with Hughes in the back, along with Dantas. And Hughes coming up with the steal, forces the keeper to come way out. Hughes trying to take advantage of the back post. Good work by Josh Hughes.
St. Louis has gotten some steals in the midfield, but they haven't been good enough to control and create those into offensive chances.
Correct. 6:20 now left in the half. Benzella has yet to be really tested by St. Louis. Clark intended up ahead for France, headed away by DeSantos, and creates a chance here for Dantas. That one blocked by the behind of a St. Louis defender.
That's good D. Vinny was setting that one up.
That's called not using your head.
Good recovery by St. Louis.
And fantastic body control to recognize what Vinny was doing there to come back and stop on a dime to stand in front of it. Great athleticism.
Jamie Thomas sent it up ahead. St. Louis now back in control, but DeSantos comes back around. Blast Soccer brought to you by the Embassy Suites, located at 222 St. Paul Plaza, host of the official postgame party of the Blast. Embassy Suites Inner Harbor is the official hotel of the Blast. Also by THB Bagels and Deli, voted Baltimore's best bagels for 6 years in a row. Towson, Telonium, Canton, newest location in Charles Village. EatTHB.com.
Now, Dos Santos kind of put Schmerman into the boards. A late whistle after the play on and the foul.
I'm not sure. Schmerman was down for a while. I guess they decided not to call the trainer out, and then him and Dos Santos making the point earlier. That was the exact same thing that happened to him. Him and Schmerman do not agree.
I call him the Schmerminator. That's what it said on the website, so I can do it. He's got a big goal for them early on.
Beautiful goal.
5 minutes now left in the first half. Roque trying to create. Good ball movement here. Donatelli slips by a man. Still in control. Great play by Donatelli. And who is it? Roque with the goal.
It's just all Tony. Split the two defenders. used the boards to his advantage and then recognized the angle and pretty much just played it back for a wide open net for Lucas Roque.
Blast lead at 5-1. Time of the goal is 10-10 of the second. And for Tony Donatelli, that is point number 300 of the career. He's got 32 this year. For Lucas Roque, he's got 2 points now this game, his third goal. Blast now have scored 5 consecutive goals in this game. And there's a good look at the bench. Lucas Roque right in the front. And what a big mid-season addition he was for the Blast this year. Took off the first, had a leave of absence actually for the first couple of months to be with his family, his first son born. And wanted to tend to that, make sure everything was cool, and hopefully it is. Pushing foul on St. Louis. It'll be free kick Blast from outside the yellow line.
Oh,
nicely set up there for Elton, but Clark comes through.
Nobody marked him, and he just made a run. And nice read by Clark to get out there and make that play. That's just a tap in again for a goal. St. Louis struggling right now defensively.
They're going to lose this one. Up and over into the crowd.
The same crowd.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just the same crowd that before was reaching out to hold the ball in there, backed up to get away from it. Love it.
It's a good ball up ahead here. Left for Rayleigh. Correction, that was Hughes, and Hughes comes back and makes the play. And look at Josh Hughes with some wheels, setting up Hoxie.
Oh, it's good hustle by Hoxie there. Blast smelling blood as when they get into the offensive zone, everybody now going towards the box because they know there's been numerous opportunities inside.
How about the play from Josh Hughes? He's really given them some spark in the midfield. Pereira tripped up just outside the arc by Schmerman.
Good thing, because that would have been a one-on with the keeper as he went right by Schmerman.
Real good opportunity for the Blast here.
It's just like a restart.
Timeout.
And the Blast want to talk about it here with 3:16 left in the half. MedStar Sports Medicine is the official medical team of the Baltimore Blast. Trust the sports medicine trained doctors, physical therapists, and certified athletic trainers are the largest sports health program in the area. MedStar Sports Medicine. Call 888-44-SPORT or visit medstarsportsmed.org. Well, it's been all Blast since the Schmerman restart goal early in the first. That went about 7 minutes in. Blast have now held St. Louis scoreless for about almost 20 minutes of this game. (5-1) Blast. Blast have scored as many goals in this game as they did on their trip last week, back-to-back. Yeah, with this restart opportunity, they'll have a chance for another.
Kind of interesting. The referees, even though it was a spot foul, picked up the ball and moved it around. So they're going to move it back to now the top of the arc. Reset, even though it wasn't there at all before, but now it'll be a restart officially.
We're talking like what, 3 inches?
No, a couple. Well, and look, there you go. Now they're going to come back over a couple inches.
I mean, does it really matter?
Well,
a lot of movement here. It sets up Dantas just wide. Rebound from Donatelli. Here's a good run for St. Louis. Got a man up ahead. It's Takeda.
Pat Healy gambled there, lost, but
Ooh,
was lucky
Santos.
that St. Louis couldn't find that cross into the box.
Yeah, you don't see Pat make that mistake often. Usually when he makes that gamble, he knows he's going to get that ball.
Here's Schmerman for them. Now towards the corner. Picked up by France. Blocked out in front by Roquet. Coming up on 2:30 now, left in the half.
And really, the first real offensive possession time in a while for St. Louis.
Only 3 shots on goal in the first half, and one of them was on that restart. I should say in the first quarter. Trying to set up the target man, Kolarek. They haven't done a good job of settling when they do get it inside the yellow line, and now Schmerman tying up Dantas, and that'll be a foul on St. Louis.
On St. Louis's number 11, Richard Sherman. Free kick, West.
Healy for the Blast, up ahead to Pereira. 1:30 left on the first half clock.
Thomas on the ball has a taped forearm from his collision in the back of the goal, wearing a pad on that forearm. So obviously feeling the effects of that metal pole he ran into, trying to score early in the first quarter.
Yep, Thomas just gave it back to Van Zella. Clark keeps that one alive. How is that even possible?
I'm looking directly at our scoreboard operator. It is strictly a scoreboard error. His hands were nowhere near it. He was holding it up in anticipation, waiting.
Well, I guess we're going to get a stoppage every minute left of the quarter.
Now, can Danny Kelly, best coaches in the game, if not the best coach, can he plan accordingly? Use it to his advantage strategically.
Blast buzzing around in the midfield, not allowing St. Louis past the stripe. Roquet with Pereira now in the back.
The Blast pressure really giving St. Louis a hard time.
Blast are putting two players down there in that zone and taking up 3 St. Louis players and winning almost every time.
And the Blast get it back, so
Sure, Blast content now to run this last 10 seconds out, up 5-1.
See Ed Hale making his way up to you guys, walking behind William there in the
yep.
shot.
Let's see him right there. Well, he looks like he's making a little pit stop over there. Sure, we'll get him eventually. Paul, your thoughts? 5-1 Blast at the half.
A sluggish start. The St. Louis took advantage. The ambush took advantage of that sluggish start, got a restart goal to get on the board, and then the Blast really started to pick up the intensity and put their foot down offensively and got some great chances. Dantas got it going with the first 2. Hughes, Hoxie, and Roquet in the second quarter. It's all Blast now heading into the second half.
Blast score 5 consecutive goals. Dantas the last 2 in the first, and then, as you say, Hughes, Hoxie, and Roquet close it out. So it's 5-1 at the half. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back in a few minutes with Blast owner Ed Hale. A special conversation we'll have about the passing of Earl Foreman, the first ever Major Indoor Soccer League commissioner. Back after this.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company, formerly IWIT. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our mission and passion for nearly 100 years, and will be for 100 more. We help protect Maryland workers because
at the end of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return.
Connect with your local agent or visit us online.
From Times Square to your local community, from local sports to international conventions, Invika has changed the broadcast and video landscape, bringing professional quality and service to organizations across the globe. Through professional, college level, and local sports, festivals, competitions, parades, and telethons, conferences, and commercials, Invika is bringing the power of video to more people and markets than ever before. Have a project you need covered? Check out our website for more information. Invika, providing affordable HD video solutions.
Is this one just...
The Royal Farms Arena where the Blast lead the St. Louis Ambush 5-1 is the score. Vinny Dantas with a pair of goals for the Blast at the end of the first quarter, and the Blast scoring 3 straight in the second to take control of this game. We're interviewing with Ed Hale here at the half up at the Royal Farms Arena. And Ed, it's always great to see you, and it's always great to have you on. Unfortunately, in not great circumstances today, we learn of the passing of one of the true pioneers in indoor soccer, Earl Foreman, passing at the age of 92. I know that you knew Earl well. Tell us a little bit about him and what he meant for the game.
Well, I had always heard of Earl. He drafted Dr. J out of UMass, played for the Virginia Squires. He owned the Virginia Squires. He was part owner of the Bullets, the Flyers. I just heard his name through my life. And when I got into the league, he was the commissioner of the league. And I said, how'd you get to be the commissioner? He said, well, myself and Eddie Tepper invented the game. And I thought, okay. And, and I'm from East Baltimore, by the way. So, we just got along very well. I'm very close to the Jewish community, and Earl happens to be Jewish. And, I just ended up really liking him. So he made it a point to make me the chairman of the league after I got some semblance of brains about the sport of soccer. And we just really we became very close. And I admire him very, very much.
When he said he invented the game, how did they actually invent it? Like, did they have a dinner and talk about it, or?
No, he was just telling me they had all these empty arenas and they had all these available dates, and he wanted definitely to fill them up. So they thought, well, why can't we play soccer indoors? Just put some indoor-outdoor carpet on the ice or whatever, and they did it. And it's brilliant. I mean, it came on. It was very hot for a long time, and it was particularly hot here because the Colts had just left.
Right.
And so, everybody was really, really into it. And they still are. We are still considered to be the flagship, and we keep it alive. And Earl, I would call Earl. Earl and I were talking just recently. And I spoke at his 90th birthday party, and he was in pretty good health. And he wanted to know all about what was going on. And I, by the way, I talk to him all the time anyway. But he just wanted to know because I was going to start a new league and all that. And I said, we got some issues, and I'm trying to work through them. And he said, well, give me a call and let me know if I can help. He's just that kind of guy.
We're talking with Ed Hale, owner of the Blast here at the half. We're talking about the passing of Earl Foreman, one of the pioneers of indoor soccer, the first ever MISL commissioner back when the league was formed in 1978. I think he stayed on until 85, and then later on as well after you started owning the team. But, one of the things about the old league, the old MISL, was the showmanship that was involved. The lights went out in the pregame open, the spotlight was put on the players, the loud music. A lot of those traditions are carried on today.
Yeah, they carried on, and people used to criticize us. I'm friends with Bill Tanton. He used to be with the Sun paper. How could you jerks play music during the game? And everybody's playing music, everybody, and he was so far ahead of everybody else, and he was a key ingredient to making the ABA merge with the NBA.
Right.
And, the guy was just very, very smart, and above everything else, just a nice guy and very, very, very polite and smart.
Baltimore also lost another great one this week, George Mills, Keith Mills' father.
Yep.
I know you were at the funeral,
Yep.
a long-time
Yep.
media person, cameraman at WJZ, filmed a lot of soccer here at the arena. All those years passed away, and that's a big loss as well.
Yep, well, George, Keith is a good friend of mine. I didn't know George, but I'd always heard of him. And I happened to be on vacation with Marty Bass when I heard that he died. We were in Palm Beach. So we're there, and he says, God, George Mills died. That's, who's that? And he said, Keith's father. Whoa, really?
Right.
I said, I had always heard all this. He said he was the key to our station for so many. He was a pioneer in TV. WAAM was WJZ.
That's right, way back in the day.
I don't even remember that
That's
one.
right, 70s. While we have you, Ed, we've got about 6 or 7 minutes left.
I got time for you, Gary.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Let's talk about the league.
Yeah.
We had you on during the championships last year against Sonora before the Blast went out and won it out there in Mexico. And you were talking at that time about the future of the league, and you weren't sure about it, and maybe you would form your own league, which you did in the offseason.
Right.
Things worked out finally in the MASL. After we're already past the halfway point, what's been the result so far from all of that tumult that was after the season last year?
Well, there was, after Earl Foreman, there was a succession of really incompetent and stupid commissioners, really bad. Now we have one that is, I consider to be very sharp and very together, very organized, and he's got a grip on things, and I think the guy's a marketer. So I think we have a chance to do things. Had it not been for him being in, I probably would have, having failed to get a bunch of teams to get in with me, I probably would have just said, I'm not coming back. But I have gotten back in, and some of the owners that I thought were subpar, weak financially and other things are gone. And we still have a few more that I think should go.
So the league has slimmed down. It went from 22 teams to 17 teams.
Well, I think it was 21 to 17.
21 perhaps. And it looks like the level of play has risen. So that has to be a good result.
There's a great deal of parity this year. We can't walk out on the field and assume that we're just going to kick everybody's rear end. We now have to be prepared to really do it. Last weekend we got beat by Milwaukee 7-2. It was like one of the worst beatings we've gotten maybe in 10 years. Now we play Milwaukee on the 4th, next Saturday, and that's going to be a hell of a game. It really is. And we actually are going to have one hell of a crowd here too. I
was talking to Kevin about that. Yeah,
it may be one of the highest grossing in terms of money, but it also is going to be, there's going to be a lot of people here.
And that division, you talk about Kansas City, Milwaukee, Cedar Rapids, Blaster 0-4 against that division as we sit right now, 6-1 against the East. The Harrisburg Heat, I want to talk to you about them, kind of rekindling the old rivalry that of the NPSL days. I know they're not doing great at the gate as of this point. They had a tough weekend. They lost 2 overtime games by 1 goal each.
I watched that game last night, and it's a shame. I like Carl Delmont's a friend of mine.
Totally.
Great guy. I know. He's just a great person. He's come in there and has reshaped that team, and I believe that they've got great potential. They have some good players, and I think that they're gelling. And getting Dennison in there as a coach, I think, is a good thing for him. Dennison's one of my favorite, if not my most favorite player for the Baltimore Blast, and he's got a certain pizzazz that I hope translates into being a good coach to get them to be motivated. So I'm rooting for Carl big time.
Blaster 8-5 right now. You guys haven't lost 5 games in a season for about 5 or 6 seasons.
What are you reminding me of that?
I'm sorry about that.
Come on.
You know I play it right down the middle.
No.
But where are you guys right now?
I think we're a work in progress. Losing Obasi and a couple other players has hurt us. We're starting to get some of these guys are more acclimated to our game. We have Turgu has really been in here for approximately a year now, and now he's getting a little bit more seasoned. Jeremy Raley's in the back.
Played well.
He's starting to play well. And so we're, again, a work in progress. It's not how you really start this. It's how you finish always. It's very cliche, but it's the truth. You know, I hope that we can come into our own, manage our injuries, and not run the legs off the guys in practice. You know, what happened in the old days is people would get their legs run off of them. You lose 2 games, you know, we're going to do 2-a-days, and we're going to kick your butt and all this. That doesn't work. So Danny's doing a good job with getting these guys prepped.
Well, we got about a month left in the season before it all kind of shakes out, and we'll see how it goes. Ed, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Right, great seeing you.
You too. Thank you so much. Ed Hale, owner of the Blast, joining us here at the half. A multitude of topics, talking about the league, about the passing of Earl Foreman, one of the great commissioner, or the original commissioner of the MISL, and talking about that. So we'll take a timeout here at the half. The Blast leading the St. Louis Ambush 5-1 is the score. Blast out shooting St. Louis 14-4. We'll come back with our first half highlights when we return right after this. Back at you, halftime winding down. Blast leading 5-1.
We just heard the horn for 1 minute left.
Consistency.
Well, we're going to hear 2 more. Here we go. Blast then getting 5 straight goals and leading St. Louis 5-1.
Vinny Dantas hit a home run. No, I'm just kidding.
And Vanzella pitching a 3-hitter. Andrew, what do you got from downstairs? Anything special or no?
Throw it to me after that.
Sure.
No, well, it'd be interesting. We talked about it earlier, and I wonder, as we see here, with St. Louis having 2 goaltenders here, I wonder if there'll be any switches or if Clark stays in there. He struggled a couple bit. Actually, 2 of the goals have been against him, kind of mistakes on his part. So if Maravich has his gloves out and he's walking out on the field, Clark is down warming up, but I wonder at any point if there's a reason why you have two dressed goaltenders if you're St. Louis.
Andrew, we're seeing the highlights here of the first half. That's a great finish here by Vinny Dantas after the scrum in the middle. Schmerman got the St. Louis ambush on the board, and then here's Dantas' second goal as he went short side, and the Blast just started pouring it on in the second quarter. Great job here. This is actually the save and hit the post. And then here, nice work by Josh Hughes to keep on fighting. Hoxie kept that ball alive. And then here you see Hoxie coming back and helping on the steal. And then he gets the benefit and the reward on the other end as he shoots it to the far post just outside the arc. And then the Blast keep going. Rebound here off the post. That's Pereira's second ball off the post. And then great feed by Donatelli there to recognize he had the keeper down. He didn't have much of an angle, but, man, Lucas Roque had an open net. And Donatelli found him, and he buried it for a 5-1 lead.
Blast outshot St. Louis 8-1 in the second quarter. They've outshot the ambush 15-4 for the game so far. And, of course, on the scoreboard, Blast control 5-1. So,
I mean, the clock is stopped, so I'm guessing they're trying to fix the problem. Is that correct?
Andrew, is there anything you can do about that down there?
No, it's not a input issue. Our scoreboard operator down here with the equipment there, for some reason, something's going on. As you can see, YouTube lounging there on the jumbotron. For some reason, the jumbotron itself the horn is going off. So I don't know if it's mistimed to the clock or what's happening there. But for some reason, it's triggering itself. It happened even on the halftime countdown. It went off. So I guess we just need to assume that at the 1 minute mark we'll have an inadvertent horn. It'll be interesting to see if the officials, now recognizing that, will allow stoppage of play or if they'll just keep running through that horn.
Casey Clark still in goal for St. Louis as he makes his way back to the pipes. You know, guys, Ed said something interesting at the half about the team just in general.
Something interesting?
Well, he said a lot of interesting things, but, you know, just the way it is today in sports, it's not like it used to be. You don't make them run 4 days, Paul, if they lose 2 games in a row anymore. You know, it's a different psychology with the athlete today.
Yeah, no question about that one, Gary.
And that's the way the Blast are approaching it. Now, Danny did send a message. Of course, playing some people over others today. Josh Hughes has gotten some good time and has made the most of it.
Well, one thing that hasn't changed in sports is that to be successful, you have to hold players accountable. And, you know, you play well, you keep playing. You don't play well. And good, successful teams, when guys don't play well, have other guys on the step up and want to get playing time and will take advantage of an opportunity.
I think the other thing that you have to look at is the Blast have a style of play that's unique. We hit on it all the time, but a style of play that's unique. So if you have a guy that comes over that's played in the league for a long time and has played a different way, he has to learn how to play the Blast way. And you've seen guys that are very good players struggle coming in to do that.
Looks like Pereira on a run now. I don't know if he stepped into the boards or I'm not sure what happened, to be honest with you, but at the end of the run, he's down on the floor now, top of your screen around the turn.
He might have separated, dislocated his shoulders. His arm went into there, and he's grabbing, and he went down real hard. He's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, it looks like his right shoulder, there it is. He already has that cast around his wrist and forearm. Trainer coming over to take a look, and boy, he went right down on the bench.
Yeah, Heather's definitely looking at that right shoulder.
And Danny looking on, you know, standing up in the suit. And there's got to be some concern on the part of the team right now as far as Juwan Pereira is concerned.
Well, been a rough day for Juwan. You already saw the wrap on that arm from earlier in the game.
Hopefully it's his non-throwing shoulder, and he'll be back out.
Well, and Juwan could have a hat trick here today. He's hit the post 3 times also.
He already has the hat trick. He's going for the 4-peat. Blast now will take it out of their own end. Donatelli over to Benzella. Blast go with Donatelli, Rayleigh, Turgu, Roque, and DeSantos. Nice step in there for St. Louis by Corey Adamson.
Nifty little play along the boards by Turgu there to keep possession with the Blast.
You don't often see a player slide and try and knock the ball towards his own goal, but did that to obtain possession and a beautiful redirect.
One player not in uniform. Here's a chance now for the Blast. Looks like Rayleigh just couldn't get the right angle at it.
Now, dangerous play by Clark. He couldn't corral the shot, and he left a juicy rebound, but really was just a step too far.
Well, here's a juicy opportunity. Here's Roque with the turn. Not sure if he wanted to go off the boards or not, but
Well,
Clark makes the play.
Pereira's right back in the game.
Guess the shoulder's not that bad.
I guess it wasn't his throwing shoulder.
It was his offhand. I was going to make the point about a player not in uniform for St. Louis tonight. Dylan Hundell didn't make the trip. The reason why I bring him up is because his father, Kevin Hundell, was a great player for the St. Louis Ambush back in the NPSL and the old MISL days. And you guys were giving me a hard time about knock hockey the other day. Let me tell you something. When you see a player's son come out and play that you used to call their games, 25 years ago or so, it's got to give you pause.
I thought you were going to say that you had played knock hockey with him.
With his grandfather.
Kevin Hundell was a star for St. Louis back in the day, and they used to mop up the spirit. I'll tell you, they couldn't.
I was waiting for, let me tell you about knock hockey. We used to sit in the airport and play knock hockey, or I guess on the bus.
It was too big when, they should have made like a portable knock hockey set. But
fit in the wagon.
Yeah. That'll be a trip against St. Louis.
2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes.
Blast will head on their first power play.
It's on Francis. He's coming off, and he disagrees strongly.
I'm kind of with him because I've seen 3 or 4 plays in this game that probably could have gotten 2 minutes before that play did. That was just a regular random play along the boards. It wasn't that dangerous. It wasn't a scoring position. It was just, it was a trip. But I don't know if it was more than a foul.
Yeah, and that's what players talk about all the time. If it's a penalty, it's a penalty. Just be consistent with it.
Well, that Francis' argument as he walked over was if you're not going to call either of the boardings earlier, which he pointed out both of those boarding calls, one against the Blast and one against St. Louis, he said, how are you going to give a card for that?
Blast are 41% on the power play. St. Louis, one of actually the worst teams in the league on the penalty kill. They're only at 56%. And they take care of it length of the floor. Blast will try again now. 1:35 left on the power play. Blast go with Healy, Donatelli, DeSantos, Roque, and Dantas. And that one well over the boards by Vinny. It'll be a goalkeeper distribution for St. Louis.
It'll be a while before we start
20
playing.
minutes, before they get that ball back.
I think that ball went out of the arena entirely.
Meanwhile, the arena person's just walking over there.
They're going to have to go out on Baltimore Street to get that one. The Blast, I think, on the power play, I think they need to get just back down to basics and get some good shots on goal. They've been a little bit too cute on the power play lately.
This will actually be a free kick, St. Louis, as it apparently went out past, on the other side of the red flag. So not a goalkeeper distribution.
Dangerous play there on Donatelli.
Midfield as he was tying up Garcia.
Kicking foul on the Blast, number 11, Tony Donatelli. Free kick, St. Louis.
4 minutes gone by here in the third. Blast comfortably ahead right now. 5-1 is the score. Schmerman deep inside. There's a shorthanded opportunity and another. That's
a foul.
That's Healy, I believe.
Yeah, Healy got spilled, and Vanzella with a quick restart. And Healy was down, so Williams like, I got this.
You stay back here.
Right.
Sixth attacker anyway.
You play goal for a second. I got this.
Yeah, that chance.
Oh, back post. Roque just missed it.
Oh, well, Vinny nutmeg Clark there.
Look at this work. Beautifully done. Roque to Healy to Dantas. And it's a hat trick for Vinny tonight.
Well, Vinny gets the hat trick. It's good to see Vinny back on track offensively.
Well, it's as I mentioned earlier, it's his first multi-goal game since the 10th of December against Florida.
Replay. Good one touch there and a great finish by Dantas with the header.
Vinny now with 3 goals tonight. Vinny on the season has 15, second most on the team to Donatelli with 16. Vinny with 26 points in 14 games. And Pat Healy getting his 4th assist in 7 games. And that is a power play goal. And now here's a steal. Blast 3-on-3. DeSantos on the right side. Nice cut back to DeSantos, and he scores! DeSantos with a toe poke from Josh Hughes, who's in the scoreboard. And look, here goes DeSantos into the crowd.
That's a kiss the kid goal.
I love it. A kiss the kid goal from Adriano DeSantos, and it's 7-1 Blast.
Replay. Maybe. Here we go. Good cutback by Hughes, and then nobody really steps up to cut off Dos Santos, and he roofs it into the top of the net.
Well, I'll tell you what, Josh Hughes is having the game of his young career right now, as he's showing a lot in this opportunity. Guy stepped on, playing a lot here, and that was just beautiful ball control to set that goal up.
DeSantos now with a 2-point night, his third goal, 8th point of the year for Hughes. As you mentioned, Andrew, his second point tonight, a goal and an assist. Now they steal it and basically gave it away. That one wide of the mark by Mello.
Elton. Oh.
A tackle and a 2-minute card.
Pereira, he's been involved in a lot, hasn't he?
Oh, really has. And Pereira says, no. You missed that one, Mr. Official.
Come on, once they called the one on France.
Right.
You knew that was coming.
Time of the penalty, 5:17, as Andrew Primrose lets him in. Andrew, you're doing double duty tonight.
Are you running the penalty box down there or what?
No, I'm good. There's actually somebody down here. She was the one that opened it.
I don't know. I thought I saw your hand on the latch.
Yeah,
no,
I think you were trying to do what
side.
the fans did at the glass. The little hand on the rail. Time of the penalty, 5:17. Blast on the penalty kill now. St. Louis 31% on the power play. Blast, top 5 in the league, 75% on the defense. Blast up 7-1. Blast have scored 7 consecutive goals since the restart goal from Schmerman. Schmerman with a blast. And Vanzella's stomach and chest area, won't forget that one for a while.
Actually, was that deflected going in as well?
Potential.
That's a handball? No, not called there.
St. Louis power play continues. Takata along with France. Schmerman. Almeida.
Well, he definitely has a cannon.
We've seen the left from Schmerman. Haven't seen a right yet tonight. Pass intended for Takata. Up top. That one had some English on it from Almeida. Kept alive. Here's Schmerman.
I would try to get him squared to take another shot if I were the ambush.
Maybe right here. Yep, wasn't squared up. Got about 25 seconds left on the power play here for St. Louis. Blocked by Roque, coming up on 8 minutes. 15 seconds on the power play. Schmerman again, that one wide. Blast will kill this off as Almeida will come back to the yellow line. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's the end of the penalty. So the Blast now are
they're not letting him out. Come on, Andrew, open the door.
Andrew, what the heck? Do your job. There's Pereira, fresh off the box. This one will find DeSantos on the near side. A lot of pressure there from Garcia. The Blast will play it back to the keeper. I was making the point to Ed at the half. The Blast are 6-1 in the division against Florida, Syracuse, and Harrisburg. They're 0-4 against the Central. And they'll have a chance against Milwaukee coming up next week. We'll see if how that affects the playoffs at all.
I think they'll be ready to play for that one.
Yeah. Blast Soccer brought to you by Rosedale Roofing. For over 50 years, Rosedale Roofing has proudly served the Baltimore region, making a big impact in our community. Honesty in service is what you can expect every time with Rosedale Roofing. Visit rosedaleroofing.com.
There you see David Bascom handing the ball back to the official. David Bascom's 47th birthday today.
Happy birthday. 47 years young.
You saw, but Vinny Dantas on the third goal tried to take the team over there and shook his hand there on his birthday wish there. Gave him the third goal.
Very nice. David has had a great career as both a player and a coach for the Harrisburg Heat first and then the Baltimore Blast. He was a 1,000-point scorer in his career, and he and Danny Kelly have been lockstep day to day with this Blast organization, coaching it for the last, 11 years.
Yep, the record speaks for itself, huh?
No doubt.
Not to mention a better-looking man at 47 than I am at 30.
Well, and you had no chance. I mean,
just, Lord, 47. You could have told me he was 15 years younger than that. I would have believed you.
Yeah, he's in great shape, no doubt. Blast Soccer brought to you by Mr. Tire, neighborhood store for great tires at a great price. See their oil change coupon in today's game program. By Centric Business Systems, the Mid-Atlantic's leader in document management technology. Visit us at centricbiz.com. By Buffalo Wild Wings. Eat wings and raise funds. Stop by your local B-Dubs to schedule your fundraiser today. Wings, beer, and sports. You have to be here. And by Henderson Webb, the official apartment provider of the Blast. If you need an apartment, Henderson Webb offers studio, 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments in and around Baltimore. To take a tour of our brand new open floor plans, call us at 410-628-1002 or visit us on the web at aptrent.com.
Amazing. The Blast have been in the MASL championship in 8 of the last 11 years.
6 in a row. Dantas with the turn. That's blocked by Takata, then scooped up by the goalkeeper. 6:20 left to play in the third. It's all Blast right now, 7-1 over St. Louis. Wow, that was a nice play by Almeida, but William was alert.
That header by Caltabiano had a lot of steam on it back for Vanzella.
It was almost 2 saves there in a row, you're right.
And you talk about why teams don't pressure the Blast more, but when you have a guy like Vanzella, and he becomes the 6th player, it's very difficult, especially if you don't get turnovers, to put yourself in those positions to where you're risking giving up scoring chances. It's better just to play back and look for your opportunities.
53-4.
No, I understand.
That's my response.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. And yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is that the Blast are difficult to defend that way. Good teams can do it, and good teams do it.
And the other part to that, too, is I don't know if there's too many teams that are deeper than the Blast, and that becomes a factor, too, in
Absolutely.
that, you want to pressure, that takes more energy, and now you got to defend 3 lines.
I guess, you go back to the Bill Belichick of take away their best player and make them do what they don't want to do. So if that's their number one option and that's what the Blast want to do, put them out of that. If they still beat you anyway, then they're probably going to beat you. But in my mind, I don't want to let them, what they've done so successfully and so consistently. It's a mistake there by William.
Well, he was forced into
under
it a
some
little.
pressure, and he just, was out of his own end. He was under some pressure. He just put it into the crowd.
But, that's just my philosophy on it is that, they don't lose here doing it, the same old way. So, to me, try something else. I think Harrisburg's actually had some success here doing exactly that, putting the pressure. And you wonder if Dennis and Cabral, knowing the Blast and knowing what they're trying to do, if he's the kind of guy that recognizes that Harrisburg just can't sit back and try and do what the Blast want them to do.
The Kansas City Comets do it well. They've won a couple of times here. Monterey did it a couple of times back when they were in the league.
Yeah, but Kansas City has done it by counterattack, allowing the Blast to possess and then looking for their opportunities.
That's true.
On the other end.
They're good at picking up that three-quarter court pressure, three-quarter arena pressure, and then the half-field pressure. But they had guys like Brian Harris on the back line that could defend that and turn that into offensive opportunities.
Well, and the other part of it is they had a great goalkeeper, too.
Yep.
You know, when you're talking about Vanzella, that's, you know, one or two, depending on your view. But for years it was Waltman, then Pardo. So that matched Vanzella. Milwaukee could get away with it. They had keepers for years. 3:40 left to play in the third. Blast up by 6. Almeida now for St. Louis. Blast hold on here. They'll go to 9-5 on the year, 14 games into the season, and there's a trip and a 2-minute
the
blue
penalties
card.
are coming fast and furious now.
Looks like this one will be on Adamson.
They've been pretty consistent on calling if the tackle gets all player there. That's the third one that they've called in a row there. I think St. Louis is even arguing this one.
Jamie Thomas being helped off by the trainer, and looks like he'll be okay, but he is favoring that leg. Blast will have another power play here. As you take a look at the bench, Blast in the white uniforms tonight. I think this may be the first time we've seen him at home in that look. Blast already have one power play goal tonight. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty is 11:50 of the third. Blast will go with their unit: DeSantos, Dantas, Roque, Donatelli, and Healy. To Dantas quickly in the corner. They rotate towards him. Let's see if they can wheel it around on the other side.
Okay, is wide open on the far post. They go back to Dantas again.
Target man is DeSantos.
That was not a good touch by Vinny.
And that results in a clear by St. Louis. 1:30 left.
Okay, open again.
Yeah, Tony didn't want to make that pass.
Better touch by Vinny this time to at least keep it alive, but DeSantos in the box. Clark makes the play.
Clark's living dangerously. You gotta make that play. You gotta make that stop and not allow that rebound.
You guys have a better angle on that. That looked like it was on the line.
No, it wasn't that close.
Not really a threat. Less than a minute now to play on the power play. Now they go to Roque on the other side. He's quickly tied up there by Dowell. And a foul called on Corey Dowell. 42 seconds left on the power play. 1:52 on the game clock. The touch inside for DeSantos. He was a step behind. 30 seconds on the power play. That one in the box a little bit too far for Roque.
Roque trying to go between Clark's legs.
DeSantos trying to keep it alive. 15 left on the power play. Dowell cuts in front of DeSantos. They keep it alive. DeSantos with a poke, and he scores! I think it caught the keeper by surprise.
I caught Clark leaning the wrong way.
How do you go near poke on that?
DeSantos gets up on the rail. He's got 2 goals tonight.
He kicked it off the corner of his foot there, as you can see on the replay, and
Clark,
went near post.
Clark was leaning towards the far post, and Dos Santos hit it, maybe a little bit of the screen too. Dos Santos hit it with the corner of his foot to the near post, and caught him leaning the wrong way.
There's not much you can do as a goaltender in that situation.
4 goals for DeSantos this year. 9 points. It's a 3-point night for Adriano DeSantos. 2 goals and an assist. And for Adriano, making his 119th appearance for the Blast tonight, that's 126 career points. 8-1 Blast, 2 power play goals. And here the Blast with John Mello on a steal. Got 40 seconds left in the period. Turgu, nice ball for Hoxie, keeping it alive.
We didn't have a horn, Gus.
Hey!
There you go. They fixed it.
Only took him a couple of periods in halftime. It's pretty quick these days.
Well, when you have an above-average structure instead of a subpar structure.
Turgu and Clark with about 18 seconds left.
Blast are buzzing around. St. Louis got nothing left in the tank right now.
Less than 10 to go here in the third. Blast will win this quarter 3-0. 8-1 after 3. And the buzzer sounds at the right time. We'll come back with our fourth quarter from Royal Farms Arena right after this.
Baseball and my family seem to go hand in hand, seem natural. It seems to be built into everything I do. I'm hardwired into MedStar Sports Medicine the same way. I pick up the phone, I call them, I go. They're the sports medicine experts. I trust them.
Quarters, St. Louis 2 and the Blast 8. Once again, shots on goal tonight's third quarter. St. Louis 2 and the Blast 8. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the midfield area. They are the most beautiful and the most talented girls in the MASL. Please welcome your Baltimore Blast cheerleaders.
Say yeah, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for your Baltimore Blast cheerleaders.
Back with you, fourth quarter. About to get underway here at the Royal Farms Arena. Blast out shooting St. Louis 8-2 in the third. They've outshot the ambush 23-6 through the first three periods of play and lead at 8-1 on the scoreboard. Blast getting 3 goals today from Dantas, 2 from DeSantos, 1 each from Hughes, Hoxie, and Roque. DeSantos has 2 goals and an assist. Hughes has a goal and an assist. Roque has a goal and an assist. Juan Pereira has hit 3 posts today. He leads in that category. Final 15 here at the arena. Blast looking to go 9-5 on the year and open up a 3-game lead with 6 to play in the East. And they've got Syracuse coming up 3 times, twice at home, 1 on the road, the rest of the way.
Oh, giveaway there.
Steal by Hughes.
Hughes again.
Well, and this has just been a theme today. And that's a mistake. That'll be a restart top of the arc. Just the pressure from the Blast has been just too much for St. Louis.
I mean, it's tough. You're 1-13. You're out of contention. You're just trying to put plays together and win a game. It's the post from Donatelli. No goal.
How did that not go in? Looked like Clark got a piece of it.
He did push it up into it. I thought it hit the top of the net, but must have hit the top of the post.
This is the Blast's 6th home game this year, and William Vanzella in 6 home games has given up 10 total goals. Here's a steal, a chance for DeSantos if he can keep it alive.
Adriano actually stepped on the ball, but then had the presence to kind of get enough of the ball to kick it away from Clark.
Well, the good news is Pereira was the guy down there trying to pass it to, so it probably would have just ended up hitting the post anyway.
Just to continue that point, Vanzella's given up 10 goals at home this year, and he's given up 38 on the road. Blast have had 8 road games and 6 home games after tonight. So his goals against on the road is about 4.5. His goals against at home is 1.6. Nice save by Clark.
Best save of the night by Clark. Got the hand up. That ball headed for the corner of the net by Healy, and Clark able to get the ball out and make the save.
Showed some strength there, too. I think for most people, that ball would have taken your arm off. Just reaching a hand out like that.
$12:20 left in this one. Blast will have the Milwaukee Wave come to town next week on a Friday night. And Ed Hale was mentioning, here's another chance for the Blast inside. Hoxie keeping it alive. Now Pereira in the corner. Blast buzzing around, trying to create the turnover. And they do. Hoxie is spilled. Another spill. Turgu will get called here.
It's a good foul by Turgu. His teammate was down. St. Louis coming out of their own end. Good foul.
St. Louis.
Ed Hale was talking about the crowd next week for the Milwaukee game, said it could be the largest ever in the Blast history. Of course, probably not back in the old days, but the lower bowl here fills 85-88. That's the official, 80,588 seats.
No, not 80,000. It's not the Rose Bowl.
I didn't say 80,000. I said 8,000. Goal for Turgu.
No, that's
Mello.
That's Mello.
Makes it 9-1, and that's the sit-down in the front seat goal. And so they're going to just do a whole bunch of different stuff, and we're going to have to make stuff up.
Another turnover. I'm guessing there's more seats in the Royal Farms Arena now than there was when it was the Baltimore Arena back in the early 80s, right?
Actually, there are less, and I'll tell you why. It used to be back in the day where the seats would come out. So that gave you another about 2,000 to 2,500 seats. So the old official capacity used to be about almost 14,000. Now the official capacity is about 11,500.
Well, the field itself used to be shifted farther away from the stage, right?
I'm not sure about
because
that.
I think there used to be seats on the other, on the open side or on the closed side as well.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Actually, there were some seats back there. Time of the goal, 3:45 of the fourth for Mello. That is his 9th goal of the year. He had a 7-game goal scoring streak stopped earlier this month. For Mello now in his career goal number 24. So we have 2 power play goals tonight, a kiss the kid goal from DeSantos, a sit in the front seat goal from Mello, and the Blast are 1 goal away from double digits. The 9 goals scored by the Blast is the most since the season opener, when the Blast scored 11 at Harrisburg.
And this is the game you needed if you're the Blast. Coming off that tough road trip, confidence maybe down a little bit to come back home, take a team that's down and just put them away the way you should have. 9 unanswered goals for the Blast. That's exactly what they needed to do.
Last time St. Louis scored, the only time they scored, was at the 7-11 mark of the first. 7:41 actually, so it's been about 45 minutes. Blast fans, the Blast Fan Club will be hosting the annual awards banquet on February 28th. Tickets are on sale at the fan club tables behind sections 209 and 210. The Embassy Suites by Hilton, Baltimore Inner Harbor, is the official hotel of the Blast. Connected to the Embassy Suites is Baltimore's most sought-after venue. It's the Grand. Whether planning a corporate meeting or wedding event, gala, or social event, contact us at 410-685-7777 or online at thegrandbaltimore.com.
Foul on Pereira that time.
Free kick St. Louis from midfield. Blast fans, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield is committed to the health of our community and especially the health of our children. That's why Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield is proud to sponsor Saves for Kids with the Baltimore Blast. For every save made by a Blast goalkeeper this season, Care First will donate $20 to Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Chesapeake. The goal is to reach $20,000 by the end of the season. Thank you to Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield for the Saves for Kids program. Blast Soccer also brought to you by D&N Signs, the official sign provider of the Blast. For all your signs, vehicle wraps, wall graphics, and image solutions, go to dnnsigns.com to see how we may serve your needs.
All kinds of confusion on the substitutions there from St. Louis. I don't know if they're switching up the lines or what happened there, but there was about a 10-second period where they only had 4 people on the field, and all kinds of confusion. They have 5 now.
Well, they're going to need it. It's a free kick opportunity. And they got a man down. That's Blentlinger. And the official will call the trainer over. Lito's Pizza is square because Lito Pizza never cuts corners. When the Blast win tonight, Lito Pizza will give you a free topping tomorrow. Just bring in your game ticket to any Lito Pizza in the Baltimore area. Blast Soccer brought to you by Freedmont Mortgage. If you're looking to refinance or buy a home, call Freedmont Mortgage Funding today. Your loan is handled here in Baltimore, not out of state. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender. Freedmont Mortgage Funding is proud to back the Blast. That's why they sponsor the Uniform Back. When you're ready to buy or refinance your home, Fremont is ready to back you too. Call 800-955-8508 for a free analysis. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender.
All right, so a little something going on.
What's in a name? If you're looking for tires, Mr. Sushi won't help. The only name to trust is Mr. Tire. Because at Mr. Tire, everything is included for one low price. Save on an oil change, too. Get to Mr. Tire today.
Tonight's Buffalo Wild Wings fan of the game. Congratulations.
And Gorson is sitting at 99 goals in his career over the last 3 years in 55 games.
Well, of course, he was traded last year to Seattle as well, or from Seattle as well. St. Louis picked him up.
That's right. He was kind of traveled around 4 teams in 3 years. Blast now with over 8 minutes left to play in this one. So what we've seen tonight from the Blast,
Oh, look at that
great
move.
save there on
What a
left footer
move
by Donatelli.
Donatelli cuts it back to the left.
That's an extremely athletic save as he was screened there almost the entire time. And I was right on the line for that. That's a hell of an athletic reaction to get in front of that ball.
Wide from Healy. So we've seen Josh Hughes tonight put up a nice game. Jeremy Raley has given him some legs. Jamie Thomas had got a couple spurts from him. We've seen the power play connect for 2 goals. We've seen Adriano DeSantos get 2.
Did just get word from the officials that will be considered the official timeout there. So the St. Louis timeout will count as the official timeout, even though it was just outside the 8-minute mark.
Well, that's good news.
I guess on the defensive side, have you remembered a good chance for St. Louis in the run of play?
They had the power play shot that hit William in the chest was a nice hard shot.
I guess the other one was the Healy gamble that created a 3-on-1. They crossed and just a step behind, but other than that, I can't remember.
Didn't even get a shot on that opportunity, just went across the goal mouth. But you're absolutely right, that's the only other chance. Credited with 6 shots up to this point. Blast out shooting them 23-6.
St. Louis is they're on an 8-game losing streak, as we mentioned. They're 1-13 for the year. The only team that has a worse record than them is El Paso. They are winless. They're 0-13. Nice step over by Pereira. And a foul called on Pereira. 6:09 left to go.
Well, I don't think we have to worry about the outcome of the game, so I guess now we have to start looking at our player of the game candidates here.
Well, certainly Vinny would head the list.
I vote for Vinny.
Andrew trying to make a late statement there.
That playback to the goalkeeper had some pace on it.
Vinny was the one that got things started.
Pereira, of course, in on that one. Oh, nice work to get the ball out of there. Blasto buzzing around. Here's Hoxie. It's 3-on-3.
Thomas making a run on the right side. Hoxie finds him.
And that is a trip and a foul called.
Kicked him right in the knee.
Clock stops with 5:25 left to go in this one. All Blast here tonight. The first goal scored by Richard Schmerman on a restart, 7 minutes and 41 seconds in, but then after that, 9 consecutive for Baltimore. Oh, good find inside.
Patience from Hoxie there as he had a quick opportunity, settled it, waited for Pat to clear the defender. Unfortunately, Pat didn't get the shot on goal, but real nice veteran play by Andrew Hoxie there, not to panic with the ball down low.
St. Louis just gave that one away. Here's a nice ball up ahead for Kolarek.
Nice play by Dos Santos just to poke it away.
Well, give them credit. They're still playing hard. Elton trying to slip inside there. Blocked by DeSantos.
And he's going to turn it into a run.
DeSantos spilled, no call. Here they come the other way. It's 2-on-3 as the Blast get back. Nice ball. One touch, and William covers up on the near post. Here's the counter now for the Blast. DeSantos is all alone. And St. Louis gets back.
Well, that's the first real test of Vanzella, and he made a nice play to come across this box and be in good position to make that save. It's so hard as a keeper when you have no action for a while, and then you got to jump up and make that first save.
I was talking to him and telling him that we needed a save for the game. So,
well, and the other thing too with that is that he's so active in the field of play that sometimes that keeps him involved, even if he's not making saves.
Gonzalo leads the league in goals against, 5th in the league in wins and save percentage. Numbers not quite as gaudy as they've been over the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's been slacking. Well, I mean, a lot of that stuff doesn't have to do with him. More so of the change of personnel up front. Early this year for the Blast, the guys getting used to playing with each other. Obasi gone and Healy gone early.
Well, let's be honest. It's also not having a Pennsylvania Roar, Norfolk Sharks, Harrisburg Heat terrible team.
Yeah, that's true.
That you're picking up 2 or 3 shutouts a year to help those numbers.
He's got 9 career shutouts.
Although the record and the goals against at home does speak for itself. And he does have a shutout this year.
Well, he's the best goaltender in the league. I think when you just compare those numbers year over year, you have to compare the league itself year over year.
Of course, when you had Looking Land and Healy in front of you.
Billy Nelson.
Billy,
I guess Billy came
not
after
for Vanzella.
Oh.
Paul, is it too early to say if he'll win the Paul Mittermeier Special Goaltender of the Year award?
I don't know.
Make up his own award?
Are you giving that away again this year, Paul?
Well, I mean,
depends on if they pick Waldman.
I mean, that's really nice of you. I mean, it's all out of your own pocket, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Free trip to Bermuda.
And the gold trophy. I mean, that in and of itself right there.
He actually colors that in with a gold marker.
Oh, does he?
Those gold Sharpies come in handy, let me tell you.
Oh, you mean it's made out of paper mache? 1:38 left.
Oh, Pereira, chance. Oh, give it back to him. There's a goal.
Own goal, 10-1. Well, that is kind of like the maraschino cherry, and I don't think I've ever had one. Time with the goal, 13:30 of the 4th. So that'll go to who?
I think it's Raley.
Jeremy Raley.
Off the defender. Raley was trying to cross it for Pereira, and went in off the defender instead. Here's the replay. It was going in anyway, but.
Goal number 4 for Jeremy Raley on the season. 10-1 Baltimore.
So the Blast get Nelson Santana some rest. A veteran player, he gets a little rest, and you get a couple guys that step into that hole and do well tonight.
Blast will move to 9-5. St. Louis misery continues. They're 1-14.
Last minute of play in regulation on Blast.
We didn't have our 1 minute buzzer, but that is the 1 minute.
Let's hear it for you.
Another chance. Caltabiano with a drive.
I think Caltabiano hit the post too.
And then Vinny was just about an inch too short for a header. Buzzed right over top his hair.
.20 seconds left in this one. All Blast tonight after the early goal by St. Louis. The Blast will have held St. Louis for over 52 minutes scoreless. After that restart goal, they come out of here with a 10-1 win. Their confidence restored. And a big late-season match coming up next Friday night at home against the Milwaukee Wave. And that is a final.
Well, just what the doctor ordered for the Blast, huh?
All's well.
2-game losing streak. They come home and get a dominating performance against a St. Louis team that has struggled this year and build some confidence heading into a big game next week against the Wave.
And you can watch it right here on MASL TV. The game time is 7:05. Actually, 7:35, I believe, on Friday night. And then after that, the Blast have Syracuse for 3 consecutive games on the 17th and 19th at home, and then at Syracuse on the 24th. They're at St. Louis again on the 26th, and then they'll wrap it up at home against the Harrisburg Heat on March 5th here at the arena. So it all happened for the Blast from a lot of different places, actually. The power play unit, Vinny Dantas, the defense, got a good contribution from Jeremy Raley and Jamie Thomas, Josh Hughes. Mello gave him a goal. DeSantos had a couple. Roque with a goal and an assist. Hoxie produced.
Save of the game. I'm guessing it's late. Yep. The ability for William to get over across his goal mouth and make that save on the 2-on-2 play. St. Louis unable to score a goal on the run of play.
And so there you have that. Player of the game. Let's go down to the field. Andrew Primrose with our player of the game.
Thank you, Garrett. Appreciate it down here with Vinny Dantas. Vinny, 3 goals tonight. You guys struggled on the road trip. What did it mean to be back home in front of these fans?
It helps a lot. We were very glad that we were playing a home game. Have the help of the fans. It definitely is a big help to be home.
Vinny, talk about your first couple goals and kind of setting the tempo and setting the tone offensively for this team tonight.
First one, good team play. I was just there on the rebound, fortunate to put it away. Second one, same thing. Just good teamwork, and then the ball just fell to me to put on the back of the net.
Hey, Vinny, what about that third goal? A little tic-tac-toe in the box on the power play. You guys got 2 power play goals tonight. Looks like you're getting on track there.
I mean, we have quality players all around that can spread the ball. And, it's hard to keep up with. The ball movement is very good. And no matter who's on the end of it, we always give each other a chance to score.
Now, Andrew talked about this. Was that third goal a little birthday salute to Coach David Bascom?
Yes, nobody came with me, though. I'm mad with my teammates. I said, yo, let's go celebrate with Coach Naka, and nobody went.
Happy birthday, Coach Naka, 47. You look like you're 32, by the way. Vinny, listen, great game tonight. Welcome back home, and hopefully we can wrap this up nicely here the next month, and we'll see you back in the playoffs.
Thanks so much, guys.
Okay.
Real quick, want to congratulate you. I don't know if you know, your 50th goal tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There you go.
Vinny Dantas. A hat trick tonight for Vinny Dantas. Blast take care of St. Louis pretty easily tonight, Paul. 10-1 the final.
Yeah, they got off to a slow start. Obviously, St. Louis got that first goal of the game, but, man, really came on strong late in that first quarter. Dantas, then Hughes from Roque, and then Hoxie got into the mix, Roque, and then Vinny got it rolling in the second half as well. And they got it rolling in each quarter. 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the fourth. Very balanced scoring attack for the Blast.
Well, that'll do it for the game tonight. The Blast defeating St. Louis 10-1. They move to 9-5 now on the season. And St. Louis falling to 1-14. Blast have opened up a